Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching another exciting episode of how we build a super cool Mosrite inspired guitar. Today we are going to work on a lot of things, but first and foremost we are going to be building some neck blanks. Yes, we're going to actually build some neck blanks. The neck material, the raw material we're going to start with is this maple, and this is flat sawn maple. That is to say the grain goes this way. But we want our necks to have the grain going up and down perpendicular to the fretboard. There is a lot of confusion on internet forums about, you know, quarter sawn, riff sawn, flat sawn. Look that stuff up. Don't go to a guitar building forum to look that stuff up if you are confused. Go to a woodworking forum. They will tell you what the differences are. The important takeaway from this is not what way that this board was sawn, but how I want the grain to be oriented. So if you imagine this is a piece of grain in this wood, when it's flat like this, it is easily flexed. However, when it is vertical like this, it is not so easily flexed. What is that actually, you know, what's the payoff for that? Truth of the matter is there probably isn't really a whole lot of payback for that. You could use flat sawn. Fender has used flat sawn for years. There are some guitars that are still rocking and rolling right now that have flat sawn necks that have grain parallel to the fretboard, and there's really no problem with that. It's just what I like to do, the way I like to make them. So generally speaking, we will use 12 quarter maple, but 12 quarter maple is harder to come by this time of year for us. And once when you start with a piece like that, usually it comes in like 10-foot sections, and by the time you get it all hacked up into neck blanks, you get a lot of waste due to cracking and checking and that sort of things. So when that happens, we use 8 quarter. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to glue 2 pieces of 8 quarter together. Let's see if you can see the grain on there. This is a piece, this is actually a neck blank, that's done. And what we have done is we've taken 2 pieces of maple and joined them together right down the middle here, and the grain is now going to be vertical in relation to our fretboards. Another cool part about this is we'll have plenty left over to for our headstock. We'll just have we won't have to glue wings onto the headstock. So that's normally what we have to do when we use the 12 quarter material. So let's get right to it. The first thing we're going to do is cut some blanks, and then we are going to glue the blanks together. I will try and explain this as we go. So hold all your questions until the end, and let's see how far we get today. Mistake.
Did you already turn them over?
Yep.
I didn't see that part.
Man, I'm fast, dude. Move that out of the way of the camera there.
Neat.
Huh?
I said neat. So once you get going, and you know, I'm doing all these huge gigs, and like,
yep.
then you can endorse me, and I can have like the Bart Fingers McCracken signature model.
You can have whatever you want. Yeah, at that point. Do they still make the Nighthawk? I thought they reintroduced it actually.
They might have. It wasn't the coolest guitar ever. It was kind of small.
And didn't they have a
dinky.
Blues Hawk too?
I don't remember the Blues Hawk, but I can guess it had P90s in it or something.
It had, yeah, one P90 and a some other thing.
Shit tons of Les Pauls and SGs.
Yeah. I really don't know why Gibson makes anything but,
Well,
you know, I mean,
yeah, I agree.
I mean, what people really want is that shit, so. Hey, no, you're right in the way of my shot, man. Come on, Kevin.
I forgot about the camera.
Hey.
All right. I didn't know we were still live.
There's tens of people who want to find out how to do this shit. All right, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4 neck blanks all glued up. They've been sitting overnight, and we're going to pull them, and then we're going to clean them up a little bit, and then we'll do something really exciting. Okay, so all the necks that we glued together are, see, the grain is really cool like that, and there's a pretty obvious glue joint, have now been surfaced on one side. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take care of this side on the planer, and we're going to get really close to our final dimension of 1.5 inches. Why aren't we going all the way to 1.5 inches, you may ask? Because the planer and the joiner can be, you know, on maple or hardwoods like that, anything with figure in it especially, you can get some tear out, you can get some, you know, some chunks come out. So we'll get really, really close on the tools that have blades to cut. And then we'll run it through the thickness sander and we'll get a nice smooth surface every time. Let's see what that looks like. You know, I tell you, I need a dedicated cameraman to do stuff like this. Because I gotta move the camera and squirt stuff around, and it's really a pain. But here we are. So we have a freshly jointed side, as you'll remember, and now we have a freshly planed side. Right in here, you can see some of that grain tear out that I was talking about when you use tool with a blade on it. Now you can eliminate some of that by sending it through one way. If you start to get a lot of that chip kind of action, flip it around and send it the other way, because then, you know, it's just, that's the way tear out works. But what we are going to do is we're not really going to care too much about that because we have a thickness sander. So we are going to run these guys through the thickness sander. Let's see, right now they are, let me get my danger glasses again. Right now they are like a 32nd over 1.5 inches. So we're going to run them through the sander and we're going to clean up all of that rough stuff. We're going to get a nice clean edge, and then we'll have perfect neck blanks. So let's check that out. And just like that, with a little bit of TV magic, our neck blanks are nice and blank. They are vertically oriented grain, end grain. The tops are nice and smooth and level, and they are parallel with the backs, and they are at the dimension that we need our neck blanks to be thickness-wise, which is 1.5 inches. They need to be 1.5 inches for a couple of reasons. One, our radius sander for fretboards is set up to use 1.5 inches plus 5/16 fretboard. We also need to have 1.5 so that our 7-degree headstock cut can be put in and we have enough meat for the headstock left over. And we also like to have 1 inch of material inside the body in the heel end. So, you know, I could probably call it a video on that, but everyone liked my shaper so much in the last video. Let's shape a few necks. I just got done over on the bandsaw rough cutting out a neck blank. And to the neck blank, I'm going to attach this neck template like so, except I'm going to use screws. So You know, again, guys, it's really hard for me to move this camera around and do all this work because I got actual guitars to build besides making videos. So, neck blank and neck template, we are going to attach template to blank. And again, I'm not going to do that stuff on the camera. I figure you guys pretty much know how to use a bandsaw and a screw gun. Do this, and then we'll go over to the shaper, and then we'll check it out. I think that's enough for one day. We'll do another video soon. And if you have any questions about this video, please leave them in the comment section below. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. And make sure to share this video on as many Lutherie websites as you want, because I think I've been kicked off of just about all of them by now. This is Matt at Texas Toast Guitars reminding you that if you're so smart, build it yourself. That's what I do. Thanks for watching, everybody.
I wanna play my guitar,